Welcome back, artists. Are you ready to get drawing? Great, let's get started. Today we're going to make a three-dimensional looking star. On my paper, I'm going to start with a big letter V. Try to keep those lines nice and straight. And you also want both sides of the V to be about the same length. Next, I'm going to make the letter T. The T is going to touch the bottom of the V. And again, all of these lines should be about the same length. So the top of your T is going to be very long. Next, I'm going to draw little tiny lines that go in all the spaces. And these lines should be about maybe half as long as each of these lines are. That's about good. And I'll do the same length in each one of my spaces. Now it kind of looks like a star maybe twinkling in the sky. At this point, I'm going to draw each of the points of the star by connecting the short lines to the tall lines with nice straight lines. Short lines to the tall line. Is it beginning to look a little 3D? We're really going to make it pop out by adding some color next. So I'm going to use a mixture of crayons and markers, but you can really use whatever you like. I picked two markers. One's a little darker than the other. And I also chose similar colors in crayons. Now I chose an orange that's a little darker than my orange crayon, and a yellow that's a little darker than my yellow crayon. This is really taking it to the next step. So again, if you only want to use two colors, that's okay too. I'm going to start with my yellow marker, and I'm going to choose one triangle to color. Since I chose the left triangle from this diamond shape, I'm always going to color the left triangle of the diamond shapes. Next, I'm going to use my orange marker to color in the rest of the spaces. All right, there's my star. The next step I'm going to do is really just if you want to take it to the next level. And this is to add a little bit of shading to your star to make it look like it's popping out even more. So I'm going to use my orange crayon, and I'm only going to use it in my orange spaces. And with the orange crayon, I'm just going to color along this line that's toward the center of the star. So I get a little line there, and you can see it's a little bit darker than the rest. I'm going to do that to all of my orange triangles, and then I'll do the same to the yellow ones as well. Now, if the colors aren't popping out enough for you, you can always choose a slightly darker color and see if that does the job. The very last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow around the outside of my star. And I chose a gray crayon for this, but you can really choose any color you want. I'm going to pick, really doesn't matter which side you choose. I'm going to go with this one right here. And I'm going to color a small gray line on these two sides of the star. There we go. Now, to keep it looking like this light is coming from this side, I'm going to not color in each one of those spaces. I'm going to skip a few. So I've colored in these two, I skip this one, and I color this one. So I skip the orange and I color next to the yellow. I'm going to skip the orange and color next to the yellow. Now, I'm not going to color in this one. I'm actually going to skip this one over here. If you look, this little V shape right here is directly across from this V shape. So I'm going to skip that one completely. Then I'm going to change it up a little bit and I'm going to color next to the orange this time. This is the only orange that I'm coloring next to. All right, and there we have it. There is my 3D looking star. Thanks for doodling with me today. I hope to see you next week for some more doodles.